Hello and welcome to our Eurovision Rotterdam update from today, Friday, the day before the grand final. And the Eurovision Song Contest is of course the biggest music event in the world, the Olympic Games of music, as you could say. And that means that there's also a lot of press here now in Ahoy, a lot of journalists. As you can see behind me, camera crews, journalists, bloggers, all kinds of everything. But the most important, or at least a very special job, has been given to the ones who give you the commentary live during those TV broadcasts. And we got a chance to go to the commentary briefing and speak to some of them.
Every commentary box is exactly like last year. Just below the on-air, that's the one that is called mute and cough, in case that you temporarily would like to just go off-air. Everything within this, you can just ask for our help, and we will help you with that.
How important is a meeting like this?
I mean, this is really important because all the commentators are, in a sense, the host for their country. So it's important for the producers of the show to convey to the commentators what their message of the show is and what they want to tell, so that we, in a fair way, can communicate that to our audience.
One of the things I like the most about these meetings is when you get to know what the creative crew, the creative team did to add up to the songs that are competing. What is the narrative for each year?
We want to keep open house to all the 39 delegations. Russian postcard has been shot in 's-Hertogenbosch, also mentioned as Den Bosch in the province Noord-Brabant.
It helps enormously. Even though a lot of information is available online before and we can prepare that from home, it still is important to have those meetings.
When you are here, the commentators, you get all the information in a very clearly way, and you have a lot of facts, a lot of data that you need in order to comment well.
So far we're still updating. So far we've used almost 82 kilometers of gaffer tape.
What makes good commentary?
Oh, wow. I think it has to be love for the competition. You need to really love it, to respect it, and to be able to handle the competition with both love and comedy, because there's a lot of fun to be had in the Eurovision, and I think a commentator should can communicate that to its audience.
I think it's important to put a light on the artist, to explain who they are, where they come from, what their story is, what their song is about, what their staging is about.
If you're all aware not just about the music, but also about how we evolved as a society, that helps us to use the commentary not just to say the obvious things, but to add up something to what's happening on screen.
The Eurovision Song Contest had a theme a couple of years ago, Celebrate Diversity. And that theme was chosen because Eurovision wants to be inclusive to all kinds of people. Keep people from every country, from every ethnicity, and also to people with a hearing disability. And that's why we have translators for those people present at this year's Eurovision Song Contest. And Ruwan tells you more about that.
For this year's Eurovision Song Contest, we tried to make the contest as accessible as possible for everyone. We have sign dancers, we have sign interpreters, we have live subtitles, we have audio description, all to make sure that everyone can enjoy the Eurovision Song Contest this year.
Feeling like a prison, looking for the reason I don't wanna say goodbye. You're my adrenaline.
It's Dutch Sign Language. Every country has their own sign language. Interpreters, they interpret their own language, also in sign. Sign dancing is a little bit different because it is more about the emotion. And while the emotions they bring across while dancing, they are more general, so also people from other countries can understand that. A lot of work, especially because there are songs that are in completely different languages. They do not speak them themselves, So it was quite a lot of time for them to practice and to get to know the songs and to learn them by heart also. I do think that although the Eurovision Song Contest is about music, it's also about a lot more. It's about, well, our theme this year is Open Up. We want everybody to be part of this event, about this, what's going on here. So that's why we try to open up to everyone, also people who cannot hear or cannot see.
We've seen almost all the performances from this year's Eurovision Song Contest, all the countries that performed in the semi-finals, but there's 6 of them that we haven't seen in full, the grand finalists. And among them is the German guy Jendrik, who doesn't feel hate, but does feel a lot of love for his own song and the Dutch entry.
Junoman Brokomi, right? Yeah. Ready? Yes. Should I start with this one or mine?
Sorry.
Start with this one, yeah.
Junoman Brokomi, Junoman Brokomi, Junoman Brokomi. 'Cause I don't feel hate, Brokomi, I just feel sorry, Brokomi. You feel so very clever whenever you find another way to let me down. 'Cause I don't feel hate, Junoman Brokomi.
That's amazing.
The Eurovision Song Contest takes place in a huge venue this year, Ahoy, and that means that there is a lot of space for all the different places that you need in the Eurovision Song Contest. And it's a lot because there are a lot of different areas, a lot of restricted areas as well, where press or fans cannot just go to. Of course, we are in luck this year because we have the opportunity to go to those delegation bubble places and to speak to people from the delegation, people who are not in front of the stage but who are still important to their entry. And that series will get a very special episode tonight about Iceland, because the people in the background of Iceland, of course, play a very special role in this year's Eurovision Song Contest. This item was recorded before we knew that one of them has the coronavirus.
Hi, I am Johan.
I'm Stefan, and we are keyboardist for Gagnamagnet, and we are representing Iceland.
We've been together for a decade now.
We thought it was funny that you're not allowed to actually play an instrument in Eurovision. So we wanted to make a bit of fun of that fact by making those fake props instruments.
So when we say that we are keyboardists, we are not actually keyboardists.
No, but it sounds better.
Everything about you, I like.
Now we take it really serious. This is not a joke.
We didn't expect anything, and now we're here at this huge arena. I expected to be very stressed and overwhelmed, but it's because we've done it in a small stage in Iceland, and you're kind of used to just performing on stage. It was just much bigger and very cool, but not that stressful.
I found places that I never explored.
Our guitar solo needs to be perfect.
Yeah, because we have to keep the circle. There are magnets in the end, but they are not really strong.
Yeah.
So we are
because we are jamming so hard,
we have
need
to
to
be
keep it all together.
grooving, and jamming, but also keeping them steady.
Everything about you, I like.
Poland.
I also love Lithuania, but I'm not sure I could keep up with their dance moves. I can't do this.
I can't even do the Star Trek.
Here we go.
Male dancers.
An item from the delegation bubble, a place where not a lot of journalists and fans are allowed. And normally those kind of restricted areas are balanced out by places in the city where all the fans can go to at any moment of the day. This year, of course, that's a little bit different. There is a Eurovision village, but it's not as it usually is. Then again, we got to go there and speak to Kaino and Sergei Lazarev, who both performed at the Eurovision village this week.
Guys, to Rotterdam.
Thank you very
Hi,
much.
thank
to
you.
celebrate your televote victory from last year, we have some cake.
Oh!
Wow! Oh my
Wow.
God! They look so beautiful.
So welcome to Rotterdam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And while you're taking your own cake, COVID-wise,
Yeah.
can you tell something about the experience, like winning the televote, what it did with you, and what happened last year with you?
Like thinking back at that moment, it just gives me chills. It was so amazing because in like the previous weeks of Eurovision, we had traveled all over Europe to see fans and to sing our song in front of people. And to see that all that hard work kind of made an effort, it was just amazing. To see that we have an audience out there, we love them, yeah.
So you didn't miss performing in this 1 year, or?
Yeah, it's been okay. I thought you were talking about how it was up until that, but yeah, this last year has been weird because we had so many plans, and because 2019 was such a great year for us. We had our album coming out. We were supposed to release that 13th of March, but then everything closed down. But we released an album in May, and although we didn't get to travel to meet people, the good thing is like now you can meet them online, and so we've kept in touch with our fans around the globe, and that's been really good. It's been and it's been a very productive year for us because we recorded a lot of music, and if the pandemic wouldn't have been, we would never have written Monument, which is a song that we're so super proud of, and was recorded the first time, or we wrote it the first time we met after we'd been in lockdown. So.
Yeah.
So when you started this Monument project together, your aim was obviously to be in Rotterdam on the big stage.
It was.
Sadly, it didn't work out that way.
No.
But maybe we don't know what the future will bring, of course. But now you're on the online village stage here, and you're going to perform a few songs, of course.
Yeah.
How does that feel to be in Rotterdam, even though you would have liked on the other stage?
I mean,
Is it a little bit okay to be here?
Of course, it's amazing. It was just nice to just pack the passports and pack our suitcase again and travel, and just to hear another language and to arrive here and see all like the Eurovision posters everywhere, and we even went to see Ahoy, and it's all a bit emotional, but it's nice.
Yeah. Talking about other languages, Tom, you participated before with the song Dare Do.
Yeah. That's right.
As a composer, because you compose most of the songs, I understood, what language is much more easier to write lyrics for?
Well, I must say that I write much better songs in Norwegian than I do in English, and that's why, like with Kano, we have like our main lyricist is Alexander Olsson, which happens to be my husband as well. But because for me, I'm more of a melody person. I think actually both me and Alexandra are more of we care more about getting the melodies done. So we always start composing with the guitar or piano, and we just like use dummy lyrics. And then for Fred as well, although Fred is extremely poetic when he's writing his Sami lyrics, because it's definitely, but we don't know that.
You actually don't understand what he's saying?
No, we don't have no idea. So it's like he can write a rap, or especially for Monument, we forgot to tell Fred what actually the words he was singing or saying until a few weeks before.
Kind of randomly asked you, I remember, like, Fred.
No, William and Willie blogs.
Yes. What are you singing?
And Tom was kind of shocked and said that was nice.
And did you tell the truth about what you were singing, or did you make a story up?
No.
We believe him.
Yeah, but I could do that. I could rap whatever I wanted or sing whatever I wanted.
Yeah, so you're really satisfied. You started with whistling in your own song, to now joiking in almost any song you're.
That's like you always have to have something in the song that is make you stand out from the rest. And I think that's what makes the Kano sound different. Is because we take the melodies that people would easily remember, and then with a modern production, but then add another element, and if that is joik or Sami rap or something, I think that makes us stand out from the crowd.
Joik is our fuzz guitar, in a way.
Is your what?
A fuzz guitar.
Yeah, that's joik.
Yeah, it's your favorite intermezzo of the song.
Yeah.
You've been watching the show when you arrived in the Netherlands, so you watched the first semi-half. What stood out in this context as rememberable?
To be honest, the
Easy steps now.
Well, I think in general, I think it was an amazingly well-produced show, and I think there are such great artists, such a lot of good songs, a lot of great songs. In the first semi-final, I would say that I think Destiny did an amazing job, but also like showing how much she enjoyed being on stage. But I love Ukraine. I think Tix did a very good job for Norway. So
it was such a tough semi-final. Yeah.
But we have to talk about what made us go wow yesterday.
Yes, that was the girls singing in the break.
Davina Michel.
Yes.
Davina, that
what
was
a voice.
She would have won Eurovision.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
But maybe then you can suggest on camera, you write a song for her. Which is
Davina,
we want to do a song with you.
We'd love to write a song for you to win the whole thing.
Yep.
Every day we finish our Rotterdam update with the introduction of one of the finalists in the Eurostory Award. And the Eurostory Award is the award for the entry with the best lyrics in this year's Eurovision Song Contest. We already know 4 of the people who are in the race for that award this year, and the 5th and last finalist will be announced right now.
We are Eurostory. For the 5th year in a row, we present the Eurostory Best Lyrics Award for the best written text of a Eurovision song. And our 5th and last nominee this year is Italy. The Italian band Måneskin wrote an unapologetic song. The title Zitti e buoni, obedient, listening to others, is exactly what they don't want to be. The interesting thing is that their song begins and ends with the same word, loro, they. So in the first sentence it's loro non sanno di che parlo. They don't know what I am talking about. And it all ends with the one lyric that is repeated, screamingly, saying siamo fuori di testa ma diversa da loro. I may be crazy in my head, but in a different way from them.